So friends, this series is specially made for the bank exam aspirants, those who are going for the mains exam like SBI PO mains, IBBS mains, RBI mains. So for those students as well as for students those who are preparing for the CAT exams, so this series is specially made for you. And second, importantly, after watching this video, do not forget to take the test. So test is more and more important. So on the website or else on the mobile application, you can able to see inside quantitative aptitude. So below the data interpretation mains level, so now you can able to see quantitative aptitude mains. So there inside it, after posting every topic, we will give you a test. At the end of the video, every video, I will be telling you how the test works and how many questions I have given the test. So based upon that, the test will be added on the package. So do not forget to write the test after watching the video. So now let me move on to the mains level series on quantitative aptitude. So friends, now let me move on to the 7th video on quantitative aptitude mains level series. It is on the topic simple interest and the compound interest. So already we have seen different kinds of model, right, starting from simple interest concepts. So I have told you there are very less formula on the topic simple interest, compound interest form. We have just two formula in simple interest, two formula in compound interest, and the difference formula. So difference formula for 2 year and difference formula for 3 year. And one important thing that I hope everyone knows it, the formula that we used on a compound interest, that is P into, right, so P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. So this is the formula that we use in the compound interest, right? So this formula we also use in another topic, that is on the topic percentage population increase. So in the concept of population increase, right, we use the same formula, and similarly population decrease, that is in a reverse order. For example, if in 2020 the population of a city is 1 lakh, if the population, what is the population in 2015? In case every year the population is getting decreased by 5%. So they are going in a reverse order, right? So here if they ask a question from 2015 to 2020, we have to use the formula. From 2020 to 2050, it's a reverse order. So we use the same formula, but only difference is 1 plus R by 100 power n. So we divide the principal 1 plus R by 100, but here we multiply it. So these two formula, it's a compound interest formula, but we use this formula on the population increase as well as population decrease. And this formula we also use in another concept, that is installment. Mobile phones or a bike, so we pay the down payment and then the remaining amount has to be paid on the monthly EMI, so installment basis. So if it is an installment basis, that too in a concept of a compound interest, we apply this formula to find the installment, how much installment has to be paid on the account, right? So these are the formulas, are very little formula on the topic simple interest, compound interest, but the concepts and the logics are more, right? Because different logics questions will be there, but we have to understand it and we have to solve the question. So now we will be solving some of the questions here that is based on installment, as well as question that is based on framing an equation on simple interest, compound interest. That is most important, right? We have solved some question on the previous video itself. Again, let me move on to some of the difficult level questions here. So now don't forget, after watching this video, do not forget to take the test. Test is most important because additional 2 questions I have given on a test. So once you practice that, you will get an idea how the quantitative aptitude mains level questions will be. So now let me move on to the question of simple interest and compound interest on video number 7. So here is the first question. So the cost price of the mobile is rupees 18,000 and Arun paid rupees 7,080 as a down payment, and the remaining amount will be paid in the 3 equal installment at 20% per annum rate of interest on compound interest, right? If it is a simple interest, the question has to be solved in a differently, but here it's a compound interest. So find the installment amount for each year. So first, understanding this question is very easy. So here the cost price of the mobile phone has been given, which is 18,000. So just be careful while applying the values on a formula. Why? Because this is the principal, right? So this is the principal of a mobile. So mobile phone that cost 18,000. So now the person, Arun, paid how much? 7,000, how much he paid? 7,080, yes. So 7,080 is the amount that is down payment he had paid initially, and then the remaining amount has to be paid on the installment basis. And our target is to find what is the installment amount for every year that he has to pay to the loan, right? So he is taking a loan actually that is based on a compound interest. So now just listen the question carefully. What are all the other values what they are given in the question? So when you look at the other value, the remaining amount will be paid on the equal installment. So all the three installment is equal, and that is in the rate of percentage 20% per annum. So 20% per annum is the rate of interest. Just listen here, when you subtract these two values, this will be 10,000, right, 920. Yes, 10,920. So 7 yes, 10,920. So 10,920 is the remaining amount after the down payment. This is the remaining amount that the person has to be paid in the 3 installment basis. And for every installment, the rate of interest is how much? 20%. So just now I have told you while starting of this video, and in the first video itself I have told you, right, the installment formula is the same formula what we use in the compound interest. So P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. That is the formula that we also apply on the population increase, population decrease. Just now I have told you. If it is an installment basis, P divided by, that is the difference, right? So P divided by 1 plus R by 100 power n. So here alone, be careful because he is going to make this payment 10,920 in 3 installment basis. So this will be the first installment, third year, plus the second installment, 1 plus R by 100, second year, and again P divided by 1 plus R by 100, first year. So first year, second year, third year. So these are the 3 installment basis that the person has to be paid. And we already know that all the 3 installment is an equal installment. And what is the amount that need to pay in the remaining? That is 10,920. So this 10,920 has to be paid in the 3 installment basis, right? And each installment is 20% per annum, and all the 3 installment will be equal. So all the values they have directly given in the question. So just listen carefully. Whether we know the principle? No, we don't know the principle because we can't able to apply the principle directly. The principle is the installment amount. This principle act as the installment amount. Do not substitute principle as 18,000 here because this is the initial cost price of that mobile phone. So that principle you should not apply here. Here principle act as the installment amount. So let's take the principle that is the installment amount as X. So 10,920 is equals to X will be the installment amount. So 1 plus 20 by 100. So power cube, right? So similarly X will be the installment amount 1 plus 20 square. So third, X divided by 1 plus 20 by 100 power 1. So now, so once you cancel this, this will be 5 times, that is 1 by 5. 5 plus 5 into 1 will be 5. 5 plus 1 will be 6. So 6 divided by 5. So this can be written as 6 by 5 the whole cube. So X divided by whole square. X divided by 6 by 5. Right? So now 6 cube will be 216. So 5 square will be 125. Bring this to the numerator. So this becomes 125x divided by 216. So plus 5 square. So 25x divided by 36. So plus 5x divided by 6. Now when you take LCM as 216. So this will be 125x. So this will be 150x. And this will be 36, 180x. So once you add all the values, so 5 plus 2 will be 7, 14, 1, 15, remaining will be 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 455x divided by 216, and here is the remaining amount, that is 10,920. So now we need to cancel this and we need to figure out the value. That's it. Because our target is to find what is the installment amount for each year. That means we need to, because all the 3 installment is same. So it is better to find one X value. That is enough. So if you find what is the value of X, that will be the installment amount that the person has to pay in the every year. So we can cancel the value. So 455. So this will be 4 2s are 8. 2 times 4 times is equals to x divided by 216. So x is equals to 216 into 24. So 6 4s are 24, remaining will be 2. So 4, 6, 8, 12, 1, 3, 4. So this will be 4, 8, 5184. So 5184 is the installment amount that the person has to be paid on the every year in order to pay the total amount of 10,920. So this will be the answer for the question. So learn this part alone, which is more important, because even the experts will make a mistake here, because instead of substituting P as X, they will substitute this 18,000 and they keep this value as X. Kindly don't do it. This is not the installment amount. This will be the installment amount for every year. That installment value is unknown. We don't know the installment amount. So we keep the principal, that is installment, as X, and this act as the remaining amount what the person has to pay except the down payment, because initially you have did some down payment here. So down payment is 7,080. So 7,080 is the down payment. So after subtracting the total cost price and the down payment, the remaining payment should be paid on the installment basis. So be careful, because why I'm repeatedly saying this, these are the concepts will be more and more important on the mains level exams. Many mains level exams you can able to see difference based question on simple interest, compound interest was asked, and then these kinds of installment based question. So practice more and more number of question like this, so that you will feel easy, and many data interpretation, the chart based simple interest, compound interest also based upon this concept, right? So this will be the answer, will 5184. So 5184 is the installment has to be paid on every year, which is the answer for this question. Question number 2. So Arun invests the same amount in scheme A and scheme B for 2 years and the same rate of interest per annum. So the interest amount given by scheme A, which is in the simple interest, and scheme B, which is in the compound interest, that is 4,500 and 4905, which is the compound interest, and simple interest value has been given. So our target here is to find what is the invested amount, because it's not about scheme A or scheme B, because the person is investing the same amount on both the scheme. So that amount was not given here. So many value is not given. Amount is not given, as well as the rate of interest is also not given. Only value what they have given in the question is the number of years. So the years is for 2 years, and the interest value has been given. Scheme A is the simple interest and scheme B is the compound interest. So friends, be careful on these type of question, because if both the values are a compound interest, we can divide equation 1 and equation 2. If both the values are a simple interest, we can equate it. But if one scheme is a simple interest and another scheme is a compound interest, you can't able to divide it. In this cases, what we need to do here is first equate, right, both the equation, frame equation 1 and equation 2 on both the schemes. After framing both the equation, try to apply value what we found on equation 1 to equation 2 or equation 2 to equation 1, so that we can able to find any one of the value. Why? Because here the principal is same, rate of interest is same, everything is same. So we just want to frame an equation perfectly, and then I will tell you how to solve this question. And it's very important question. Understand that how we are solving these type of questions. So first, what they have given is the first scheme A. So let's take scheme A is the simple interest scheme. So in this simple interest scheme, the simple interest value is directly given on the question, which is 4,500. So 4,500 is the simple interest. So we know what is the simple interest formula. So PNR by 100. So simple interest, what they have given in the question is 4,500. So now we know that in the question the number of years is 2. So we can, instead of n, we can directly substitute 2 here. 1 2s are 2. So this becomes 50 times. So principal is not given in the question. Rate of interest is not given in the question. So other than that, they have given only one value, which is number of years. So I substituted here. So resultant will be 4500 into 50. That's it. So other than this, we can't able to simplify anything, right? If you can, you can simplify. You can write only the principal divided by r. But according to me, we can we can't able to simplify further. Let's keep this as equation 1. So now similarly they have given the second scheme, that is scheme B, which is in the term of compound interest. So this compound interest value for 2 years is also given in the question, which is 4905. So 4905 is the compound interest. So based upon the compound interest formula, let's frame another equation. So what is the compound interest formula? So P into 1 plus R by 100. Solve very slowly, right? So that we won't make any mistake. Because of if you are going for a mains exam, time doesn't matter. So yeah, we have to solve it in a perfect way. So this will be the compound interest formula. So in this compound interest formula, again the principal is not given. What about the rate of interest? Rate of interest is also not given, but the number of years is 2 minus of P is equals to 4905. So now this can be written as P into 1 plus R. See, R by 100. So this can be written as 100 plus R. So this part can be written as 100 plus R, the whole square divided by 100 square. Minus of P is equals to 4905. So friends, understood or not? So now let's take LCM as 100 square here. If I take LCM as 100 square, so P into, so 100 plus R the whole square, so minus of, so multiply 100 square here, which will be 10,000. 10,000 P is equals to 4905 into 10,000. Right? So friends, what I did is I have taken LCM as 100 square here. So now what we can do is we can simplify this equation because it's in the form of A plus B the whole square. So A square, which will be 1000, plus B square, that is R square, plus 2R, that is 200 into R. So here we have the remaining value, which is minus of 10,000 P is equals to 4905 into 10,000. So now we can multiply P inside. So once you multiply P inside, here we will get plus 10,000 P, and already here we have minus 10,000 P. So we can cancel this minus 10,000 P and plus 10,000 P. So remaining value will be PR square plus 200 R is equals to 4905 into 10,000. So now here PR square 200 R, I think we can take let's see PR square. Okay, just a moment, we have to multiply P here. I think we can take PR common. Once you take PR common here, so here we have only R, and then here we have 200 is equals to 4905 into 10,000. So friends, finally this will be the second equation because we can't able to further simplify it. So what we did is we have multiplied P inside all the three terms. Sorry, here I forgot to multiply P. At last I have multiplied P here. In both the expression we have PR and PR. So I have taken PR outside. So remaining equation, if you can further simplify it, or else you can keep the equation as it is. So now this is the point where we have to think and solve the question. If it is based on one simple interest, another scheme on a compound interest, initially I have told you, right, you have to try to substitute the first equation value on a second equation, or else the second equation value on the first equation. So just see here, we got PR is equals to 4,500 into 50. So we already know that in both the scheme, the rate of interest is same. Principal is also same. So instead of PR, here we can substitute the value, that is 4,500 into 50, that is R plus 200 is equals to 4905 into 10,000. So friends, understood or not? What I did is I have substituted the equation 1 value in equation 2 instead of PR. So now let's try to cancel it. 30. So we can cancel 1, 2, 3, 0. And now 450, 5 5s are 25, 2 5 4s are 20, 22. So this will be R plus 200 is equals to 49050. So now we can cancel it. So this becomes 250, 450. So 450 will be 2 times. So remaining will be 40. Again 41 times 8. So 218. So R is equals to 218 minus of 200, which will be R is equals to 18%. So this is not the final answer. Why? Because we found what is the rate of interest here, but now according to the question, our target is to find what is the invested amount, because both the invested amount is same. So you can substitute R here instead of any one of the equation. So if you, instead of R, if you substitute here, resultant will be the principal, that is the amount what they have invested in the part, right? So 18, instead of R, substitute 18 and try to cancel the value. So resultant value will be 12,500 something, that will be the principal amount, right? That will be the invested amount, because the question is based on an investment amount. So friends, this is the important question where we can able to see this question on again many data interpretation that is based on, I've seen 2017 or 18 the question that is based on one column that is completely based on scheme A, completely based on the simple interest scheme, and there is another column which is completely based on a compound interest scheme. So the value will not be given in the DA, all the values that they will be giving, like principal is same in both the scheme, rate of interest is same in the both the scheme. Similarly, they will be giving you only the number of years, or else interest value will be given. At sometimes rate of interest will be given, number of years will not be given. So you have to think and solve, right? In some cases, if both the simple interest or compound interest schemes, both the schemes are as same interest, then we can divide and we can find out the answer. If it is different, you can't able to divide it, you can't able to directly divide these two, because it's a simple interest and it's a compound interest, but the principal is same, rate of interest is same, so we try to substitute the value. So practice more number of questions, automatically you will get that idea, right? So this will be the answer for second question, which is 12,500. so once you substitute it, you will get answer as 12,500. So here is the third question. So the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest for 2 years of a certain amount is 31.25% of the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest for 3 years on the same amount. If the interest amount for the same sum in 2 years of the compound interest is 9240, find the initial investment. Okay, so what they are saying is, if the interest amount for the same sum in 2 years of a compound interest, see, the compound interest for 2 years has been given, which is 9240. That is the one value what they have given in a question. 9240 is what? The compound interest that was received after 2 years on the same sum, that is the previous value sum. So applied here for 2 years, and the resultant compound interest what the person received is 9240. So by using this value, our target is to find what is the initial investment. Initial investment is nothing but the principal. So what is the principal that the person invested, we need to find here. But at the starting of the question, you can able to see the first 3 lines are the most important part here, because it is based on 2 years difference, 3 years difference formula. Just read the question carefully. The difference between simple interest and the compound interest for 2 years of a certain sum. So we know that 2-year difference formula on a certain sum. We don't know what is the principal or nothing, but we know the difference formula for 2 years. But read the question carefully. The difference between the simple interest and compound interest for 2 years on a certain amount. So 2 years on a certain amount is, that is equals to 31.25% of 3-year difference formula. So friends, understood this or not? This is the most important step on this question. Try to understand this, what they are saying. Read the question again. So difference between the simple interest and compound interest for 2 years of a certain amount. So difference between on a certain amount is, this value is equals to 31.25% of, they have mentioned the word of the difference between. So of the difference between the 3rd year, that is difference between simple and compound interest for 3 years. So now what we can do is, so this will be 2 year divided by 3 year is equals to 3125 divided by 12340. Instead of percentage 100, so 2 decimal point divided by another 100. So now we know the difference formula. It's not the 2 year, it's a difference 2 year, right? Difference of simple interest compound interest 2 year, difference of simple interest compound interest for 3 year. So now the difference between the simple interest and compound interest for 2 year formula, that is P R square by 100 square. We already know this formula, right? So we can substitute here, that is P R square divided by 100 square. This formula will be the difference between the simple interest and compound interest for 2 years. So similarly, we know the another formula, that is P R square into 300 plus R divided by 100 cube. So this will be the formula that we use for a difference between simple and compound interest for 3 years. So is equals to, so 3125 divided by 10,000. So now we can cancel it. So I think we can cancel this PR square here. So we have 100 square and we can cancel 200. So remaining 100 will be there. So once it goes to the numerator, or else we can reciprocal the value. So if I reciprocal the value, then this can be written as, so this will be like 10,000 divided by 3125, right? So now when you have this value to the numerator, so this will be 100. So 300 divided by 100. So 300 plus R, so divided by 100. I just reciprocal the value, right? So now what we can do is, so this will be 3125. I think this will be 3 times 3 3s are 9, 5 3s are 15, 1. So this will be 3.2 times. So once you multiply this, so 300 plus R is equals to 320, right? So R is equals to 20%. So friends, understood or not what I did? So if you can't able to understand how I write this, no issues. Just bring the 100 to the numerator. So 100 divided by 300 plus R. So here we have 3125 divided by 1000. You can cancel here itself. But what I did is, I just reciprocal the number for the easy calculation. You can do like that also. You can keep the number normally, and also you will get the same answer as R is equal to 20%. So now this is not the final answer, because we got the rate of interest as 20%, but still we have to find what is the invested amount. So we know the invested amount is easy to find. Why? Because they have given one value, that the compound interest is 9240. So 9240 is the compound interest that was received by the person for 2 years on the same sum. So everything is same. So we know the value, that is P into 1 plus R by 100 power n minus of P. This will be 9240, and the number of n will be 2 years. They have given in the question, right? So 2 years of a compound interest. So number of years will be 2. And what about the rate of interest? Just now we found the rate of interest is 20%. So substitute all the values here. So we will get, so 1 plus 20 by 100. So power 2 minus of 1 is equals to 9240. So P into, this will be 5 times 5 plus 1, 6 by 5. So 6 by 5 the whole square minus of 1 is equals to 9240. So P is equals to 36 minus of 25 divided by 25 is equals to 9240. So this will be P is equals to I'm sorry friends. So P is equals to so this will be 11 divided by 25 is equals to 9240. So principal, I think we can cancel it. This will be 8 times 88. So remaining will be 44. So this will be 4 times 40. So 840 into 25. So principal will be 21,000, right? So 21,000 will be the principal amount what the person invested here. So which will be the answer for the question, because our target is to find what is the initial investment, and the same sum has been given. That means the principal is everything same, here also, in both the cases it is same. So we can say that the principal will be 21,000. Right? So very interesting question, and this part alone is important. So how we applied here to find out the answer, right? So friends, now I have given 2 questions as a homework. That is in the test series. I have given the test. So go and write the test, solve the same question. Additionally, 2 questions I have given in a different logic, right? So write the test. I have given the solution also. So write the test, only then you can able to understand that what are all the mistakes that you are doing. So once you understand the mistakes, keep on if you keep on solving many tests, then surely you will crack whatever the mains exam will be and how the exam tough will be. So you can easily clear the exam, but it requires a lot of practice. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really like it, share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the mains level exam. So thank you so much for watching this. Bye.